Welcome to Cooking with Sean and Yvonne, and today we are making light and flaky pizza dough. This is a family recipe that goes way back to today, and we are making it from scratch. So let's start. This is great for pizza. I don't know why I said let's start before I started, and I keep explaining. I tend to do that. It's great for pizza. It's great for calzones. It's great for strombolis. It's great for cheese bread. It's great for, those things. I was going to say more stuff, but I can't think of anything else. That's all it's good for, but it's good for that. So let's go ahead and begin. First, we're going to begin with a 1/4 cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, 3 teaspoons of yeast, 1/4 cup of olive oil or vegetable oil, our mixer, and our dough hook. We're going to have a separate bowl. In this case, I have another mixing bowl. And we want to coat this one in olive oil. So what you see I've done there is I put some olive oil in the base of it, and I have started to paint the sides and the top and the bottom of it with olive oil, because what we're going to be doing is putting the dough in this after it's been mixed, and you do not want it to stick to anything. And here I am showing off my work. Look at that. I probably used too much olive oil, though. You don't have to use that much. We're going to begin with our first ingredients here. We want to put in our sugar, 1/4 cup, 3 teaspoons of yeast, and 2½ cups of warm water. Now, you want to let this sit for about 10 minutes. I'm going to show you the process a little bit sped up throughout the video here in the next little minute. As you can see it starting to go. This is like kind of a time lapse of it just starting to fermentate and whatnot in the water, and the sugar is starting to activate it. So we're moving on towards the end of it, and it's almost completely done for the whole 10 minutes, and now we're finished. After it's done, after 10 minutes, and your yeast and everything, your water looks like this. You want to add in the vegetable oil or the olive oil, 1/4 cup, and 2 teaspoons of salt. Now we are starting the mixer, and we are adding the flour, 6 cups of flour, 1/2 cup at a time, or else it will start to get a bit gummy. And you'll see that I have to scrape the sides of the bowl here in a second to make sure it doesn't stick to the sides, and make sure that the flour is all evenly mixed. I'm doing that right now. The dough's continuing to mix. You want to add flour, 1/2 cup at a time, until it starts to form like this. Eventually it will become much tighter, and if you do have to add water to it, you shouldn't have to, but if you do have to add water to it, add it in a teaspoon at a time. And subsequently add a little more flour. Now you want to wrap it with saran wrap or a kitchen towel. I like the wrap, the clear plastic wrap, just because you can see the progress of it as you go along here. I'm going to do another time lapse of the dough rising. Now, the important part here is that I've preheated my oven to 500 degrees. The reason I've done that is it aids and I put the bowl on top of the oven to heat up. So basically, the bowl's just kind of surface warming up the dough, not really to do anything with it, just to kind of make it rise. There's no real heat being applied to it, but it makes it rise faster. So you can see here I did use a little bit too much olive oil, but that's alright. Here we have our big ball of dough, and I'm going to be punching it down and mixing it. working the dough a little bit. And I'm going to be cutting it. We got another time lapse here of me cutting the dough up. Now, you want to cut it. I use a pizza cutter and cut it, formed it into a slab, and I'm basically rolling the dough into balls and then freezing the dough. You can freeze for, I'd say at least a few weeks. I'd use it. And then once you put it in the fridge, it's only good in the fridge once it thaws out for about 3 days. I'm probably being conservative with my freezing time. You can see me moving very quickly. Rolling the balls of the dough. The dough balls. And the last one. And you're probably wondering, why is these 3 much bigger than the other ones? That's because this one, and this one is from my neighbor. So I'm going to go walk over there right now and give it to her.